Sheesh, what you saying? I don't understand. I'm out my mind, I popped. Sheesh, I swear this lock shot got me stuttering. Girl, you not fall in love again. Sheesh, get it, my favorite rush. You talkative, ain't gotta say too much. Be quiet, who got some grapes? I'm trying to. I'm all roll for these. Get it, not complicated. No conversation.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two teams here looking to find a way to win. It's the Texans coming in at 7-3, going up against the Steelers, who come in at 9-2.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll go again to McCoy. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
He's going to let this one go deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away as they saw over the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. They go with Howard again. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. On first down, they run with Howard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Watson. He'll get it in the hands of Clark. Complete. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, Watson. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Come on, let's go! Ohio!
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Watson. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Back to throw. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And that'll be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
As a DN, when you play the run, you don't always have to make the tackle. Just have to use the right technique to make sure the play goes where you want it to. And in this case, did an excellent job stringing this one out and making the tackle at the end of it.
And for a loss. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
So that scores now on their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And now out comes Houston. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Let's go.
To throw on second is Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
To throw on 3rd down. Watson. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Good gains there back-to-back for Houston in the passing game, and another 1st down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the gun, here's Watson. Steps away to his left. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Let's go. White, nine.
Here's Watson to throw on third down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, Watson buying time to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Come on, let's go.
Here's Watson now on second down. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Out of the gun, Watson. The quick slant cut. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play. It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. This is Howard on second down. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
This is fielded at the 27. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A great blocking nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Final shot before the break. Watson forced out to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Let's go!
A give to Howard running left. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go now.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tyrell Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ryan Shazier able to get in and bury him well behind the line for a loss of 17.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go!
To throw is Watson. To throw on 2nd down. And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems. And this qualifies as a big problem.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And his throw is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. On play action, they'll throw. Now he'll escape to his right. James has got it, complete. And an alley to run. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Looking to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They go counter with Howard. And I think the ball's out. And the Texans say they have it. They do. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now Mack. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Staying on the ground with Mack. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Steelers. And it's up and good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding some room at midfield. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
And some room to roam now. Open space inside the 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very...
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. LaShawn McCoy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. That's up and good. It's 22-14. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go.
On the toss play, Howard runs over him. And now running right through him. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. first. They go right back to Howard. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth-quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Room here to run. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down.
Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And the Steelers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Well, now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So that's a big one there. It's his 3rd field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
And now out comes Houston. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Throwing again is Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jesse James with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here.
Black round.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy. And now it's second down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Ryan Shazier in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. 3rd and long. It's Watson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Ryan Shazier getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Texans send the punter out as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Whoosh. Whoa. It still won't go down. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Howard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Dance into it. And he lost the football. They find some open field here. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You don't want to throw away this excellent field position, but that's 2 incomplete passes in a row. Definitely need something big here on 3rd and 10.
Conversely, defense has done a good job on 1st and 2nd down. The coverage has been draped. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. LaShawn McCoy with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Watson operating from the gun. And that's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver.
Williams loses the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And it's third down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Watson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the...
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A give left side to Howard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Fourth quarter score, meanwhile, from